So, as some of you may know, some of you may not know, my name, Bobby Hayes, that's my real name. I don't tell nobody that name, but since, everybody know me by B Hayes, that's my first initial B, my last name Hayes. And, I started from Riverdale, right here in South Carolina and Dillon or whatnot. Everybody knows what type of area that is. We won't really have many opportunities or whatnot. So coming up in high school, people, really love to hear about some of the biggest impacts that happen in your life, or bump all the small talk, or some of the drastic things that happen in your life that really, made you have a mind shift or any type of thing. So that for me was me getting falsely accused in high school for a crime I didn't commit. And maybe because the way I look dressed, little jury, people may get the assumption that when somebody like me say falsely accused, me already thinking like you probably did it. But you get what I'm saying? But anyway, fast forward, I actually didn't do it. If I did, I wouldn't even really bring it up no more. It was 6 years ago. So after that happened or whatnot, I was in jail. Whole time I was in jail, they was talking about I could possibly get 10 to 15 years for something I didn't do. And so after just, I ain't let that really get me all the way down because I knew I didn't do it. But the way the system is, it really is messed up. Like, that's another rabbit hole for another day, but it really is, it's wicked. But with that being said, I was in there the whole time still having faith, and something that's important that a lot of people could take note from is everything I did after I got out, I wrote it down and was very meticulous about it. When I was in there, I was writing down from, hey, as soon as I get out, I'm going to school at the beach or in Georgetown. I know I'm gonna get this refund check to put me on my feet or whatnot for about 3 bands. I'm coming out broke because I had to give up everything I made in high school. Because from a little boy, I already had the vision to be the best version of myself. From 14, 13 years old, I was already working with my daddy or whatnot. He got his own grading company. So at 10 years old, I was already making a couple bands with him, working at Zaxby's, making that money in high school, started the candy business in high school, and then already thinking you just can't do things one by yourself. You need a worker of people so that money can really add up. So I'm in high school, just wanting me selling candy, that ain't enough. I need somebody else selling it and give them a little cut. So I couldn't hire enough people like I wanted to, but just to, put it out there, I had one person working for me, and that was I had the candy business, working at Zaxby's, working with my daddy, also doing my little thing on the side, very transparent. So, out in high school, so we was, I was trying to get at a young age, and all that was instilled in me from a little boy. As I got bigger, older, growner, it's still in me, and then, I'm trying to tell you guys, trying to put it all together for you. But we end up, in jail, back to the jail, and as I was in there, I was just writing down every single thing that I was going to do and that's just a powerful thing. Like, our minds is more powerful than we actually think. And for the past 30 days, not to get off topic, but I just speak positive things. For 30 days, I want everybody to just say positive things, don't say nothing negative for 30 days straight. And then say things that they ain't happy yet. Like, if you got a following, if you making money, if you usually make $10,000 a month, just be like, man, I'm making $30,000 this month, and really don't even do that. You got to go from 10 and shoot for 100, because whenever I shot for $3 million, it's a 10% rule. Whatever you aim for, you usually end up with about 10%. So if I aim for $3 million, I end up about 300K. So you get what I'm saying? And so now you let me go at your drawing board. I'm gonna aim for 30 million this time, and then I'm gonna end up with 3 million. But once you understand that concept, you just blow past all that BS. I'm going straight to the, to the B or whatnot, and I'm gonna end up with a bigger 10%, which would be $100 million. And that just go full circle just to say, when I was in there, I was just writing down every single thing, and everything came to fruition, all the way down to the T. You got to be very meticulous with it. You got to be real with yourself. Some people will say, man, I'm gonna save $100,000 this year, knowing good and well you only making $30,000, $40,000 at your job. How is that possible? I know exactly, if I got 10 clients, I know what those 10 clients bringing in, and I'm being very, you want to think a little ahead sometimes, but you also got to think with logic. You can't just have numbers all over, say you want to make 100 bands and you ain't you ain't doing nothing. You ain't doing 100 bands worth of work. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, be logic when you writing down your goals and stuff. But the bigger your goals are, that's the more your mind will open up to make you do harder work to get to that bigger result. And as I was in there I wrote it all down. You got to be meticulous with your bills, know what you got coming in and know what you got going out. Because I can have 100,000 coming in, but if I got 99 going out every year, it ain't worth the hill of beans, is it? So you got to know exactly what you got going in and what you got going out. Make sure it makes sense. And people always think you got to be so far ahead to really save money and have something. You could be making $50,000 a year. Another person could be making $200,000 a year, and you could out-save them and out-invest them and have more money than them at the end if they not good with money. Person with $50,000 a year, you just too busy trying to keep up with everybody else. Gen 30 don't know how to stay down until you come up. Don't know how to stay in the house. Don't know how to wear the same clothes. Like if I get too fresh, I'm gonna throw the same thing on the next day. I'm gonna wash, but I'm gonna women may not do that. Women can't do that now. Women can't do that. It ain't no men here like, oh my God. So nobody can't really feel me on that because ain't no men in here. I should have said that. I probably should have said that. But you gotta know how to stay down until you come up for real, and know how to eat noodles and make sandwiches, because that stuff add up. Eating $20 at one place and $20 again that day. Y'all women, y'all eat twice. See, us men, we can eat once. So we spending the 20 ball, and then I'll let you have a woman. That's a 20, another 20, and a 20. That's $100 a day in food. $100 a day times 30, that's $3,000. That's $33,000 a year you done spent in food. When you could have just went 1 year with making sandwiches and noodles, I'd rather stay down 1 year and eat that and save that 30 bands so I can eat lobsters and steak forever.
Yeah, that's right.
Make it make sense. Make it make sense. I'd rather stay down and miss out on these women that ain't really meaning nobody, ain't really, don't really mean me no good, and wait till I reach my full version of myself to get another woman at her fullest version of herself. So I'm getting the best of the litter instead of worried about it, you get what I'm saying now. You gotta just a little saying like, that's real. I know women probably don't like that. I don't know how y'all feel about it. That's real though. So, and just saying full circle, guys, I wrote everything down and I came out, did exactly what I said I would do on the plan, checking everything out box for box. You got in school, you got blessed and stuff. I was able to, loophole at an apartment complex or whatnot, because I came out dead broke, $0. So you was able to do some type of they gave you $2,500 for a gift card, or paid your money up for about 3 months. So I took to pay the money up for 3 months. So I know I could grind and make money, and I got somewhere to stay. So then I just, took off like a rocket. And that's what they got up here, we put about advertising. That's a good thing about advertising, what I had learned. A lot of people just, skeptical about who they tell about their business. They like, they probably didn't shop with me. They look like they don't do this. I ain't got time for that. I'm telling everybody, because it's a numbers game. If I go out there and I tell 10 people, whatever you're doing, if I'm selling cakes, if I'm baking pies, if I'm on YouTube, whatever I'm doing, if I go out there every day and I only tell one person what I got going on, 2 people what I got going on, some of you ain't even doing that, 1 or 2 people a day. That's barely unheard of. But if I'm going out there and I'm telling 1 or 2 people, I'm pretty sure the results for that is going to probably be nobody. But if I go out there and I tell 10 people a day, at least 10%, remember 10%, it was 1 of them might shop with me. But then when I realized that, okay, I'm fast worker, so I need to tell 100 people a day. I need about 10, 20 people hitting me up. So then it starts the snowball effect. Then you tell 1,000 people a day what you got going on. I guarantee you don't want to do that though, it's too much work here. But no, it ain't. 1,000 people a day, and you 100 on, 90 on, hit you up for whatever you selling, and that product $100 or $50, you do the math. And you doing this every single day. But most people don't understand the numbers game. Everything 10%. Most people, when you see these people with following, if you got 1 million followers, about 100,000 on your true fans. If you got 30,000 followers, about 3,000 on your true fans. And you can leverage them to, you know, have monthly subscriptions, anything, whatever. But make sure you giving value to people and not just deceiving them for your power. Make sure everybody I do business with, I make sure, hey, is you getting value out of what you just paid me for? And if you're not getting the value, my heart's so good, I'm more than likely, because you did still take my time, I probably send you half of your money back. And that probably make you feel better. Oh, you're good. Oh, that's good. I'm okay with it. I did take this time, the business, this and third. Okay. But I'm pretty sure with what I acquired, the knowledge that I know, I did give you something. But it's okay if you said I didn't or whatnot. But anyways, carrying on from that, as we go, you know, through college and whatnot, you start, you know, business. I went to school, I took up business management. As I was in school for business management, I realized quick that I didn't need, you know, that I didn't need that to start businesses. So I just went on ahead and started starting small businesses that didn't take much capital to get started, because I knew, you know, I'm a risk guy. I'm very calculated. So I'm not about to start this, I got this amazing idea, but it costs $50,000, $20,000 to start, and I take it, and then I end up not liking it and not working. I'm if out of 50K. I already start the small business. We're gonna take a couple hundred, a couple thousand, and see how that do. If it does well, I scale it up and make the big money. But if it don't, I move along. You gotta look at yourself like a scientist. You out here experimenting every day. The more experiments that you create, the more hypotheses, the more possibilities. That's the more possibilities you got that something coming out of there. If you only make one experiment, 2 experiments, 3 experiments out of 30, 40 years of living, 50 years of living, how the hell you think something gonna, you know, come out of that? You gotta make a guy. I done did, you know, and sold ice cream, and cut grass, and, you know, did this, sold candy, and did this, and did that, and did this, and did that, and did this, and did that, did this, figuring out what worked and what don't work. And I can always go back to stuff that I knew worked from the past and put that into my portfolio and make it double up, triple up, because I know it worked and I understand the system now. I always go back to it, like the ice cream business. When I was at the beach, I ended up getting $3,000 from school, had savings, this, that, and the third. Ice cream truck, 1996, old truck. Most people would laugh at it, but I bought it for $4,000. Paid for mine. The product in it only cost $500 for all the candy, all the stuff, this, and the third. So $4,500 for this ice cream truck out on the beach. I ended up making as soon as I got it, because most people can't get, just because you do this now, you can't get the results unless you put it in the work. Just because you buy it, that don't mean you're going to get the same results. You got to have that grind mode in you. Oh, I got to go get it. I just bought this business, I got to get it. So whenever I bought it, I automatically went to work, got the paperwork right, this, and the third. Once I got the paperwork right, in the first month of buying that ice cream truck, most businesses, when you invest something in the business, especially $50,000 big money in, it's gonna take you a year, maybe 2 years to get that money back, if that. Sometimes it takes longer. But with the ice cream business, this is why I always start businesses that on money. It's turning around quick. So as soon as I put the 4,500 in all together, in the first 30 days, the ice cream truck was producing 1,200 a week. So that's 4,000. That was about, I made that and extra in the first month. So the ice cream truck was in business about 5 months. So you end up banking, it did about the same thing, had a little spike whenever certain events came up, but it did about $23,000, $24,000 off of $4,000 investment. And plus now you have the asset. The asset is the ice cream truck. I still got equity in that. If I quit the business, I can sell that for the same thing I bought it for. Now instead of making 24, I really made 30. Now it makes sense? Yeah. So it's like, and now, even though, and I could just scale that up. Think about it. If you made $5,000 in a month off one, what if I get 10? That's $50,000. And you can always, now you know the system. I know how to get licensed. I know how to do this. All I do is buy 10 newer trucks now, because mine broke down. That's why I ain't got it no more. And it was fine. It was time to just move on to the next thing. That's how I'm moving on. And I can always go back though, because I know how to do it. That don't make sense. Yeah. And after the ice cream business, you know, it started an online, as I was doing all this together, online reselling business on Poshmark. Some of you may have heard of Poshmark or may not. I got over 100,000 followers on there and just reselling stuff. Made like $15,000 reselling clothes. It's at third, very side hustle, very small. And then steady moving on. The whole time as I was just grinding, doing my thing as a younger kid, 18 years old, I'm studying the stock market. I'm learning the stock market. Like, I'm reading up on it, what these people got going on, what they got going on. So as I got older, about when 18 years old, I was already putting money in the stock market. And every single day, whenever you start to learn something, it takes about 10,000 hours to get good at something. Whether it's a doctor, lawyer, whatever it is that you're doing, if you put in 10,000 hours, you'll be, it'll take you to that next level. You'll be good at it or whatnot. So I put 10,000 hours in the stock market in a short period of time. Meaning me being for the fact that I was already financially secure, that's what most people can't really focus on something and really take off, because work and doing everything, keeping them you ain't really got much time. But if you can ever get that money gonna make you start working out, eating healthy, all that, because you got time to think about it, read, all that. But if I'm too busy trying to get it, you ain't got time to be focusing on that stuff. You ain't got time. So as I'm losing my train of thought sometimes. But as I put the money in the stock market, as I was telling you guys about the learning process, just learning constantly. Like instead of listening to music in the car, I'm listening to the stock information. Instead of watching TV, I don't watch TV, I don't watch movies, I don't play video games, I don't do nothing. Everything I do is with substance. Substance is whenever I'm watching a movie or whenever I'm doing something, it's either teaching me something or I'm learning something from it. I mean, I do have fun and stuff and have a little free time here and there, but it's like the same thing what I was telling you guys earlier. I'd rather not have fun and seem boring and uncool right now, but 5 years from now, 3 years from now, I'm gonna be like the coolest nigga in the world. I'm gonna be doing everything everybody else doing now, but on a bigger scale. Like, oh, you really having fun. Different countries, different islands, this, that, and third. But you sacrifice, all that in your younger years, and depending on how long you grind. Most people got the mindset it's gonna take 30, 40 years to get there, so they can't wait till 60, 70 to do that. I'm trying to get it 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 years span. And when you get to that level, then when you thinking, you can get it at a quicker and do it later, you'll, sacrifice that or whatnot sometimes to do that. But that's how that went, guys. And then, I got on YouTube after learning all this information for 5 years straight, 6 years, over half a decade. Then I started, sharing this information to family and friends and stuff. They really want to listen. You guys know how that is. But then what happened is, whenever you get on the internet and all these other strangers is paying you attention and saying like, dang, what you talking about? What you doing? What you doing? What you doing? And so then 30,000, 33,000 subscribers later, in a matter of 16 months and 1 year, YouTube, that's kind of unheard of. That's the hardest platform to grow on, and the platform that's really paying the bad for real. So with that being said, after our greatest month on YouTube was 13,000 people in 1 month. And after 6 months on YouTube, usually some people with 100 million subscribers, it took them a year, 2 years in before they started getting paid. 6 months in, I was already getting paid on YouTube. My first check was $200. And then before, I'd be like, dang, how you doing in 6 months? 13,000 subscribers. And let's go ahead and fast forward back a little bit on that. That work ethic, what I was telling you, every time I start something, every time I do something, it's focused. We in on it, we locked in. So that's 1,000 videos. I got 2,200 videos on my YouTube channel. Do the math. He only been up there for 24 months. I need 24. Do the math. He dropping 10, 15 videos a day, constantly, like a maniac. But that's what you got to be. If you want it, I mean, you can slow down and not go as hard, but it's gonna take you a little longer. But if you want to get it now, you got to be a maniac. You got to be a bull. So with that being said, I'm dropping 15, 20 videos a day, and this I can do this. I got time because I ain't worried about the money. I done stacked up the money. Now it's just finding a new scientist, finding a new experiment, seeing what worked, they made the money. So with that being said, you taking off, you doing that or whatnot, you growing the platform, and this and the third, you just learning different things as you growing. And I'm trying to lose my train of thought. We get on YouTube and we just started taking off or whatnot, guys. And then that's when, we had our hurdles and stuff. We went stagnant. Stagnant 2022 was one of the worst years ever for the stock market. The stock market haven't been like this since the financial crisis, since way back in the day. And the reason they're doing this is because a lot of people, everyday people, during GameStop and AMC frenzy, when a lot of people got all that money and stuff, but a lot of people realized they was at home, like, man, what else got to be doing with making money? And they had free money to invest. So the stock market traffic went from 1 million people. Imagine every day before all that happened, it's about 1 million people in this industry, just to round off. And then all of a sudden, everybody get this money, and everybody snooping around, looking for new ways to make money. There's stock market traffic go from 1 million people to 10, 15, 20 million people. So now they're like, well, all these people come from us, too many people. We can't have all these people making no money because everybody can't make it out. Because think about it. If everybody was rich, if somebody just said, man, I want everybody to be rich, they can't. If everybody rich, who gonna be there to do your stuff, to be your waiter, to be your servant, your driver, all these things that we need to keep the world functioning. So the information is here for us to get it out, to get out. Some countries, they block people from watching my videos, from learning certain information, from reading certain books. In America, all this information is free to us to learn. They not going to block it from you, but they know people is not going to, just like back in the day, they wouldn't let us read, but now you're able to read, you won't do it. Same thing what I'm saying now. They not going to block it from you learning this stuff here because they know you still ain't going to look at it. That don't make sense. So it's like they figured it out. They know exactly what they're doing, but the stock market is definitely one of the greatest things you could get involved with. It's a market to where they make you scared of it because most people get the notation or get the sense, man, stock market scary, losing money. Whatever you do, whatever you get involved with, you got to lose money. You got to pay back a little bit to get something. You want to be a doctor, you're going to pay $300,000, $400,000, then you're going to be making a lot of money afterwards, right? Same thing with everything, but it's up to you how much you give the stock market and pay. Most people, when they get involved with something, they already thinking big. What you need to think big, but you got to start small first. And whatever you get into and grind up to where it's big, right? So if you get involved in the stock market, if you got $10,000 to your name, don't just get in the stock market and say, oh, I'm trying to flip this 10 to 100. You don't know nothing that's going on with these people. These are the smartest people in the world. Why would you try to get in here and put your money here and turn it from 10 to 100,000 when you could just take $100 of that money, something you don't care about losing? Well, now you care about it, but something that you throw away every day on BS anyway. Put $100 in there, see how that do. See if you can turn that $100 to $200. See if you can turn that $200 to $500. And once you continue to flip that, what I do is you want to flip that money 1,000, 1,000, 2,000 to 10,000 and keep going. And once you get house money, that way you pull your original investment out, what you ever put in the market, and now you just playing with their money. Now it's even way much easier, right? I already made it easier by starting out small. I ain't got to put all that money. I can just put 100 and see how it do and understand the system, see how it works, see the information that I'm missing out on. The companies that you spend your money with every day, the stock market is the best. I'm involved with the biggest industry in the world. You know why? Because whatever industry y'all say that's bigger than my industry is inside of my industry. Meaning if you say Walmart's bigger than this, Nike's bigger than this, all that is the stock market. You guys spend your money there, but you don't want to buy the stock. The stock market is down over 50, 60, 70%, but you'd rather go buy the Nikes that's on sale for 20% instead of the stock. The stock, Nike stock is $130. The Jordan's $200. The stock, cheaper than the shoe. And it's gonna pay you. These companies, once you buy one stock, you're now have part ownership within the Fortune 500 companies, world largest company. One share. Of course, you can't do it telling people what to do now. You got to have a little bigger bag in it. Once the more money you got to invest in something, more say so you got. That's how it works. Some people feel, oh, I got one stock. Yes, you important, but you ain't that important yet. but you get what I'm saying though, right, guys? It's not as hard as people make it seem. Start small, see what you can do with that, just be learning. And it's just all about acquiring a skill and knowing something that you didn't know and something that you can teach your kids, pass down to your kids, or whatever you need to do with this information. You get what I'm saying? Because we spending our monies at these places. If you spend your money at whatever, the first little assignment, a good assignment for people would be, well, look at what you got. Everybody in here got iPhones. How many got iPhones? Just raise your hand. We'll see how many people got iPhones. Is it about everybody? At least, okay, that's about 60% of us. They got iPhones. Anybody that's investing in iPhones, Apple, you should be invested in the stock. You obviously think the company is good. You buying it. You ain't gonna buy nothing that ain't good, right? So why you ain't investing in the company? You think Nike's good, you got on Nikes. So why you ain't invested in the company? So that's the same thing with your phone bills and stuff. If you got a Verizon phone bill, you can buy the Verizon stock and they'll pay you a dividend. When these companies, their shareholders make money, we part of the company now. So when they make money, we make money. There's multiple ways to make money in the stock market. You can buy shares and just hold. People think, oh, I got to watch this, I got to do this. It's different ways. They try to confuse you. They ain't want you to know. It's multiple ways. It sounds confusing, but you can get in the stock market. You can invest regularly. What I advise people to do that got other things that they got going on and just, want to be involved, which means investing like an old person. You just buying Nike, Apple, the stuff that you use, and just letting it sit. Buying is why it's dirt cheap now, and letting it sit. And it's going to go up in value for you. And another way to make money is what I do, day trading. Some people may follow me and see, dang, ain't no way he making all that money in a minute, 2 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes. Yes, he is. That's called day trading. That means the stock market is volatile. Apple and Nike, all these companies, they go up and down all day. The bigger the company, the more stable it is. So Apple, it's only gonna go from like 140 to 143 in a day or something like that. But a smaller company that's trading at $5, it could go from $5 to $20 in one day. And that's like a 400% gain. So I aim at smaller companies like Carvana. Some of you may heard of it. We just made, I don't really wanna say these numbers, but they on the internet. So we just made $14,000 in 2 days off Carvana stock. And this information is on my YouTube channel, The B. Hayes Show. Is when I get in, I alert it, I screenshot it. And also when I get out, I alert it and I screenshot it. Also when I make the losses, that people don't disclose, I show them very transparent, every single move. When I lose, I show it. When I make money, I show it. But the key to it is, imagine if I'm in the stock market and I'm day trading, and at my level or a smaller level, or I said at my level, you lose, when you lose, you're losing $100, $50, $200. I can lose 3 times when I lost $300-$400. But the winning trade, you making $1,000, $2,000, $3,000, a few $100s a trade. So over time, your wins is bigger than your losses, but you steady going in an upward spiral over time, right? So that's basically what day trading is. And of course, when you don't follow the rules and don't go with the whole, knowing you're getting in at, knowing you're getting out at. We human. So whenever you're making money or losing money, sometimes you know exactly what you're supposed to be doing, but you'll break your rules. And you'll basically try to stay in longer than you're supposed to stay in or get out early or whatnot. Just stick to your principles. And that's what I'm saying by the system of day trading and whatnot. But in the VIP group, we now have hundreds of members or whatnot. A lot of people making money. One guy, of course, people lose money too. Like if you follow, you may say, "Dang, how he making money?" But he losing money. It's complex, guys. You just can't get in here the first day and think, "Oh, you got to learn what's going on." You don't even know what's going on for real. So some people, one guy made $13,000 last week. Another guy paid off his debit card and credit card, this, that, and the third. I know you guys know, just to give you guys more social proof, I don't know if this guy been talking about it or not, but Deion Sanders, I know all you guys know Deion Sanders. Deion Sanders' son is Shiloh Sanders. And about 3 months ago, Shiloh Sanders had inboxed me on Instagram. I could have posted on my page, and it's called social proof. You want that. But I'm not a flexing guy. I don't gotta, that's why I could have paid people a bigger status to be on my platform because I have the money to do so. But everybody around here and everybody forever gonna be able to say, nah, I seen that nigga go from 0 to 50,000 subscribers, 100,000 by himself. No pay, nothing, no this, no that, no nothing. But eventually, once I do it by myself, then I won't pay them because now I have leverage in the marketplace. I got value. I got a following. I got knowledge. And now it's a win for win. Like I was telling you, she had hit me up. You want me to share this story? No? Nah. Oh. I want to share it. I mean, it ain't that bad. It's knowledge. It's stuff people need to know. But I ain't going to share it. It's just knowledge. It's stuff people need to know. But with the Shiloh Center situation, I had learned, you guys, I ain't gonna say I messed up in this situation because I don't care. I don't need them. I don't need nobody. But like I'm in control. But anyways, I had learned sometimes, I look at interviews and you can look at people in different fields of what you're doing and learn stuff from that. Like y'all can learn stuff from the stock market. Not even me talking about the stock market, you can take stuff from it and implement it in whatever you got going on. I can look at somebody with car detailing business and never want that, but he can say some stuff that I can apply and put in my business. So as I was looking at that, I had seen sometimes it don't make sense sometimes, but it makes sense. car detailing business, they'll wash a Honda Accord and a Camry and these lower model cars more for a bigger price than they'll wash the Lamborghinis and the Ferraris and all those type of cars. You may say, ain't no way they're gonna do other cars cheaper. They will. The same thing that I should have done. But what they do is, it's called social proof. I'm trying to wash your Lamborghini or your Bentley or whatnot for dang near free. Because if I wash it and other people see me washing this type of car, my clientele is gonna go to another type of people, right? So it's the same thing with Shiloh Sanders. I had treated him like everybody else, like a regular person when he inboxed me. Because just because you got a blue check or whoever you are, I don't, you get what I'm saying? They don't mean nothing to me. So that being said, he had followed me and all. Then he took his follow back because I ain't. But anyway, as he hit me up, I treat because I got hundreds of people inbox me all day as they watch me. They want to like talk to me, but I do 15-minute phone calls, 45-minute phone calls for a fee. I got a one-on-one coaching, got membership, I got this. So that one brand with YouTube got me 10 different revenue streams, merch from it, this from it, that from it, that from it. Don't want to talk to you guys, say it off too much. I'm just trying to get it all out here to you. But anyways, as he hit me up, he kept asking me questions about the stock market. I answered a few of them, but he continuously to ask. And him being with all that, like people know when you come to me, I'm giving what I'm giving for free. When you go to the BA show and look at YouTube, that's free. But when you come to me and want to talk to me personally, after I done put in over half a decade and know this stuff, you can't come to me for free. It ain't free no more. I made 1,000 videos for free on YouTube. Now I get paid to do it. And I'm getting paid for anything dealing with stock, besides like stuff like this. I'm not talking, you get what I'm trying to say? I'm just spreading my message, I'm spreading my word. But once you become good at what you're doing and you got results to back that up, stand firm on your prices, do whatever you got to do, and you get what I'm saying? Don't let nobody talk you down from it. But my thing is with him, whenever he hit me up, I should have now known what I know. Like, dang, this guy would watch the Lamborghini and the Bentley and stuff cheaper than he do to other people. Man, I should have told the shop, bro, I fly out there where you at. I tell you what I know. So I show you this in person. Now you making content with Deion Sanders, Shiloh Sanders, why you teaching them the game? Well, now your business done went to a whole nother level from that one interaction, if that makes sense. So you just certain stuff happen, you learn from it, and when you gonna have many more opportunities that come the same way. Just know how to do the right thing the next time when it come around. So that's all I got for y'all. I can talk y'all head off all day, but